With so many sporting events happening on the daily, we get to see some moments that are completely out of the ordinary that can really catch us by surprise. One of those moments happened at the FIA GT World Cup, when one of the drivers lost control for a moment on a turn, made it 100 miles per hour, but managed to make a 360 save in spectacular fashion.
Oh, and as he does that, he blows it! Slides out, and wow! A complete 360 pirouette!
Ever since the first double backflip in motocross in 2006, the tricks done by professionals have become even crazier. At the Nitro Circus event, Josh Sheehan made the first triple backflip on a motorcycle in history. A sort of Matrix-like move from a kickboxer consists on sort of falling backwards in a very timely fashion, which can even cause some of his opponents to lose balance. Even though table tennis isn't as physically demanding as tennis, sometimes plays can get several feet away from the table, and it's incredible to see the ability from the players to make saves that don't look physically possible. A totally unexpected move during a football practice happened when one of the players actually caught the ball using her legs, something that requires a lot of practice to do. One of the most unforgettable moments at a MotoGP race happened when one of the racers' bike malfunctioned, and the racer, instead of giving up, decided to jump a huge wall and ran to get another bike. The best part is that he ended up getting a win and qualified for a pole position. Some sports are definitely more known than others. In Japan, there are these awesome pillow fighting competitions, which is sort of a mix of dodgeball and chess, in which the main objective is to protect the king. Even though some people think underarm serves are disrespectful, they're still completely legal on tennis. A surprising moment at a tournament was when Nick Kyrgios made an underarm serve to Nadal, and Nadal couldn't contain his smile.
And he's done it.
Okay, maybe this goalkeeper chose the wrong sport and should look into boxing, because he can send a ball well over 30 yards with a punch. Back in the 1980s, a pit stop would usually take around 15 seconds. Nowadays, Formula One pit stops are becoming incredibly fast, with the Red Bull team being able to do it in just 1.82 seconds. At a tennis game, a next-level moment from the umpire happened, when he stood up for the ball girl when the tennis player asked her to peel the banana he was about to eat, and that's when the umpire told him to do it himself. It's no secret that rugby players are usually heavy. An unbelievable moment at a rugby game happened when one of the players tried to catch the ball and was about to fall backwards, but his teammate managed to hold him by his shirt. One of the most legendary buzzer beaters at an NBA game came from Kawhi Leonard, when the scoreboard was tied and the ball bounced 3 times on the rim before going in. Sometimes it can be hard to find a tennis partner. A tennis player came up with a smart solution by tying the ball to the floor with a string in a way that makes it able to practice by herself. Usually when a mishap happens at a MotoGP race, the racers try to get back up as soon as possible. A mysterious moment for Pol Espargaro happened when he couldn't find his bike after a crash. It's no secret that pole vaulting is one of the scariest sports to get into, because of the height of the poles. Emmanuel Corrales is a pole vaulter whose personal best at the moment is 5.8 meters, and he showed what it's like to pole vault from a first-person perspective. Okay, this might be the world's greatest penalty save. At the World Chase Tag Competition, the evader has to remain untouched by the tag for 20 seconds. During one of the rounds, the evader had an incredible speed, but the tag managed to somehow catch up with less than 2 seconds remaining. Okay, not sure if luge kart driving is considered a sport, but there's a place in New Zealand which consists of a track going downhill, and you have to maneuver your way through, and the speed reached by this kart is actually very fast. When LeBron James tried showing off some moves to Shaq, the whole thing turned into an all-star dance-off, and by the looks of it, Shaq definitely won. Doing a backflip is hard, and doing it while skating is almost impossible. Surya Bonali is a former figure skater who had this trademark move of doing a backflip, which was later banned because according to some skating experts, it was too showbiz. A couple of years ago, drone racing used to be a sort of underground sport, but nowadays it's actually a serious affair, with prize money being in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the drones can get up to speeds of 160 miles per hour. When a foul ball that was going well above 80 miles per hour and looked like it was heading towards the crowd, a ball boy with amazing reflexes managed to catch it mid-air. Before a basketball game in Korea, around 100 dancers made a choreography to a song, and somehow all of them managed to be in perfect sync, despite the high number of dancers. A genius move by LeBron James against the Bucks was when he used Gianni's back to make a pass to himself and score an amazing three-pointer.
Rises and hits the three! Wow. Larry Bird made that famous once upon a time. Yeah.
Despite some athletes being able to achieve amazing speeds, sadly we still have limits. During the Top Gear show, they made a race between a woman and a Nissan GTR, in which they had to run a relatively short distance and then come back. And well, obviously the GTR took the win.
Come on, car! Yes!
An incredible bike trick to watch came from two friends, in which one detaches his front wheels to complete the other's bike. Even though header goals aren't out of the ordinary, a jaw-dropping moment during a football match happened when one of the players scored a header from half field.
Oh my God.
In Panama, 3 professional skydivers decided to have some fun and play catch with a tennis ball, which is obviously hard because the ball is much lighter than them, but the scenery was amazing.
That's all right.
When an NBA player Lou Dort tried bouncing the ball out of bounds off James Harden, it completely backfired, thanks to James's next-level reflexes.
Tried to throw it off Harden and missed him. Don't ever talk about his defense again. What a play.
Headis is a relatively new sport, which is a mix of table tennis and football. And well, players use their heads to get the ball to the other side, and the skill of some of these athletes is on another level. NBA player Steven Adams showed his high basketball IQ by sort of faking a pass while he was down, and instead dribbled his way up and managed to score.